Are you guys together still or no?
No.
No.
I'm not with him.
No.
Yeah. Not by choice, but I respect him. It's all love. Like,
it's not your choice?
I wouldn't have chose it, but it was what was best. But I wouldn't have chose it, no.
Yo Gotti is spiraling right now because the same scandal that wrecked his thing with Angela Simmons just came back and smacked him even harder. For months, the whispers in the street said he was creeping with GloRilla, and whether he denied it or not, Angela clearly believed it enough to pack her bags and dip out. But here's where the mess turns into a full-blown circus. GloRilla just soft-launched her brand new man, and the timing couldn't have been more humiliating for Gotti. Fans are connecting the dots quick, saying this is her slick way of confirming all those rumors without even having to open her mouth. And Angela? She's clowning him from the sidelines like she's got the last laugh and the ultimate revenge move lined up. Now the internet's watching Gotti crumble while the drama unfolds, and the wildest part? People are convinced this is only the warm-up. They swear Angela might still have some dirt left to drop that could drag him even deeper into the mud. Everyone expected Yo Gotti to pop out publicly with GloRilla as his boo, but the way this script flipped was not on anybody's bingo card. Fans had been suspecting for a long time that these two were sneaking around, so when Glo popped up all cheesing with a brand new man and it wasn't Gotti, the whole timeline froze. She even posted a video with a caption like, "You're on my mind, Far." Whew, messy. Word in the streets is Gotti is not handling this well at all. Imagine messing things up with Angela, banking on GloRilla to give you a chance, and then she turns around and stunts on you with another man. Fans didn't just spin those rumors out of nowhere either. Folks had receipts. They noticed Gotti wasn't moving like a regular label boss. Nah, he was moving funny, dropping off gifts, making sweet little gestures that felt way too personal to just be business. But the moment that really had the internet calling foul, when he surprised her with that Maybach truck for her birthday.
Maybach shouted now. Home talk to me nice.
That wasn't no corporate support. Come on, that was a man trying to claim his spot, trying to make it loud and clear that she was his. And now, it looks like that truck didn't even buy him a passenger seat in her life. And from that moment, the whispers about Yo Gotti and GloRilla only got louder, like the streets couldn't hold it in anymore. I mean, who gives somebody a whole Maybach just for their birthday? Not some flowers, not a little cake with a congrats scribbled on it, but a $200,000 luxury SUV sitting there with a giant red bow like it came straight out of a movie. GloRilla jumped on Instagram, grinning from ear to ear, thanking him like he had just changed her whole life. She was cheesing so hard, people swore it looked less like a birthday surprise and more like an engagement drop. Fans flooded the comments instantly, saying this was not normal CEO and artist vibes. This was deep, personal, and way too cozy to be business as usual. And just when folks thought the noise couldn't get any louder, Gotti turned it up another notch. Forget the Maybach. Next came the iced-out 18-karat Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, fully loaded with baguette diamonds. That piece was a smooth $65,000, sparkling on her wrist like he was marking territory. That wasn't just spoiling an artist, and it wasn't just a flex on the gram. That was Gotti sending a clear message to the whole industry. He was willing to drop serious cash on GloRilla, no hesitation. And let's keep it real, nobody just hands out Maybachs and diamond watches unless something major is cooking behind the scenes. Fans were quick to start connecting dots, asking out loud if this was really just business or if there was way more to the story. And the proof didn't stop there. People noticed the way Gotti talks about GloRilla too. It's not like he's bragging about just another star on his label. It sounds like a man genuinely proud of the woman standing next to him. And it wasn't just about the expensive presents either. He pulled up in person to her birthday bash in Memphis, hopped on stage, and performed right beside her, hyping her up like her #1 fan. That wasn't some quiet, behind-the-scenes label move. That was loud, flashy, and emotional, almost like he wanted everybody to know. He wasn't even trying to play it low-key. Yo Gotti was making it crystal clear to everybody that he was all in with GloRilla, no shame in his game. At that point, fans were almost certain the two were linking up behind the scenes. Sneaky little rendezvous, late night vibes, all of that, even though he was still locked in with Angela Simmons at the time. And that's exactly what made the whole situation so scandalous. Let's not forget, Gotti spent years chasing Angela like she was his ultimate dream girl. He rapped about her, shouted her out in interviews, and made it clear to the whole world that she was the love of his life. He even went as far as writing songs about her, showing everybody how obsessed he was, but for the longest time, it looked like Angela wasn't really feeling it, like he was barking up the wrong tree while she kept her distance. But then in 2023, he finally got what he wanted, Angela gave in, and they went public as a couple. She made it Instagram official with a pic of them hugged up caption, "You all, I needed more." That was the moment fans realized she was really locked in with him, and Angela wasn't shy about letting the world know how deep she was in. She was saying things like, "I love him, I'm happy, I'm in a great relationship. I've learned to just go with the pace of life. When things are meant to happen, they happen." She even called him her biggest inspiration, saying, "He's a hustler. I love watching him. He inspires me to do better, be better. I think he's a great person. No, I know he is." Angela was out here professing her love and sounding like she was head over heels for this man. She finally gave Gotti everything he had been chasing for years. But the fairy tale didn't last long. For someone who had been obsessed with Angela for so long, Yo Gotti sure didn't waste time fumbling the bag once he got her. Not long after they went public, the gossip pages started lighting up. Word hit the blogs that something was off, and then came the bombshell. Reports claimed that either Gotti and Angela had split already, or worse, he was creeping on her. Allegedly, he was spotted in Vegas at the Aria Hotel with his so-called nurse boo. Fans were stunned after all that chasing. After finally locking Angela down, Gotti was out here acting reckless and messy. Angela ended up giving Yo Gotti another chance after he pulled one of his most extravagant stunts yet. He went all out for her birthday. Reports say Gotti dropped close to $500,000 on over-the-top Hermes accessories for his girl of almost 2 years. The highlight? A rare crocodile Himalaya Kelly Birkin bag worth nearly $300,000 paired with a diamond-studded Himalayan watch worth another $100,000. That's the kind of flex only a handful of people in the world can even pull off. Insiders claimed Angela was absolutely floored when she opened those gifts. According to one source, Gotti loves to go all out for Angela. He's very thoughtful when it comes to gift giving and wanted presents that were not only unique but nearly impossible to find. For a minute, it looked like the fairy tale was back on track. Angela glowing, Gotti spoiling, and fans thinking maybe they were stronger than the rumors. But the honeymoon didn't last long. Word on the street is Angela started noticing the cracks again, feeling like she was putting in way more effort than she was getting back. An insider spilled, Angela felt like she was giving more than she was getting. Gotti's schedule was non-stop, and she started feeling like she just wasn't a priority anymore.
Are you guys together still or no?
No.
No.
I'm not with him.
No.
Aw. Yeah. Not by choice, but I respect him. It's all love. Like,
It's not your choice?
I wouldn't have chose it, but it was what was best. But I wouldn't have chose it, no.
What are you saying to me right now, Angela Simmons?
I'm saying that I'm a lover. I love love. I love relationships.
This man proclaimed that he wanted to get with Angela Simmons. This man, pursued you. He proclaimed it in front of everybody that he wants Angela Simmons. So you're not telling me that he ended, did he end the relationship or did
No, it was my choice. I had to make a decision, but.
And then came the whispers about him and GloRilla, which only poured gasoline on the fire. Fans online weren't holding back either. One blunt tweet summed it up, "They effin'." And Angela herself made sure to send a message loud and clear that she wasn't about to sit around and let Gotti play in her face. When she finally pulled the plug publicly, she dropped a cryptic but powerful line, "I want what wants me in life in all areas. What flows, flows. What goes, goes." According to insiders, that post wasn't just random. It was tied directly to her breakup with Gotti. Word is the alleged fling with GloRilla was the final straw. Angela had already dealt with whispers of him stepping out before, but the idea of him crossing that line with someone like Glo made it 10 times worse. And Angela's not the type to spiral into jealousy or insecurity. That's just not her vibe. What she is, though, is a woman who refuses to be played with. And this time, she walked away for good. Angela wasn't blind to what was happening. She's not the type to ignore red flags, even if it's just rumors floating around. All she really wanted was more from Gotti, more reassurance, more of his time, more effort to show he was serious. But to her credit, Angela played it classy when she decided to move on. She didn't drag him through the mud, she didn't throw shade, and she didn't try to embarrass him publicly, even though she easily could have. In fact, during her sit-down with Angela Yee, she kept it cool and respectful. Speaking on the breakup, she said, "Not by choice, but I respect him." Some stuff is better left unsaid. Again, much love and respect to him. He's doing his thing, I'm happy for him. That's how she chose peace over pettiness, even while the world was buzzing with the mess. Meanwhile, Gotti was out here acting like he didn't care, moving like Angela was replaceable because he thought he had GloRilla locked down. He was convinced they were about to be the next power duo in hip-hop, but when Glo curved him and popped out with her brand new boo, it flipped the whole script. Suddenly, the same man who once looked untouchable started looking lost, and it was messy. Now, blogs are buzzing that Gotti's been trying to crawl his way back into Angela's good graces. Word is, he's been calling her, sending flowers, and even leaning on mutual friends to help smooth things over. Some outlets are even reporting that he's been all over her Instagram, liking old posts like it's 2012, which, let's be real, in 2025 basically screams "I miss you." The internet, of course, ate that up instantly. Fans online have split into camps. Some are straight up clowning him, saying he went from chasing his dream girl to crawling back in full-on embarrassment. Others are egging Angela on to air him out and expose the real story, calling his moves nothing more than desperate ex-energy. But then there are the hopeless romantics who still think Gotti deserves a second chance, pointing out that he spent years chasing her before he finally won her heart. Either way, it's wild to watch the downfall play out. Gotti went from looking like the confident boss who bagged his dream girl to a man stumbling and fumbling in front of everybody, while the whole world sits back, laughs, and keeps refreshing the timeline for the next twist in this messy saga. If you thought the humiliation was already bad, buckle up, because fans are saying Yo Gotti hasn't even hit rock bottom yet. The chatter online is that he's scrambling behind the scenes, trying to spin the narrative like he's still in control. But the truth? The receipts keep stacking up and the story just keeps making him look weaker by the day. Some insiders claim Gotti's been quietly reaching out to bloggers trying to push a softer version of events, painting himself as the victim who got caught in the crossfire of messy rumors. But nobody's buying it. People are pointing out that the man who once rapped about being a boss and controlling the game now looks like he can't even control his own love life. And the memes? Brutal. One fan posted a side-by-side of Angela glowing at an event and Gotti looking stressed, captioning it, "She upgraded, he downgraded." Meanwhile, GloRilla's glow-up with her new man just keeps adding insult to injury. Every time she posts, the comments section fills with clown emojis for Gotti. Fans are treating her soft launch like a victory lap. And some are even saying she planned the timing perfectly to hit him where it hurt most. That wasn't just a post, one fan tweeted, that was a power move. And Angela? She doesn't even need to clap back. Her silence is louder than any diss track he could ever drop. Now here's the twist. Some fans think Gotti might try to flip the script and use the heartbreak as fuel for his next album. But even that idea is sparking debate. Half the internet is saying, we don't want to hear love songs from him, we want answers. While others believe he might actually turn the mess into streams. Still, the majority agree that no matter how many bars he writes, it won't erase the way he's been fumbling in front of the world. At the end of the day, Gotti's empire moves, his lavish gifts, and his boss talk all came crashing down the moment real-life drama exposed him. He's gone from the man who looked untouchable to the one being roasted on every platform, and fans are treating it like their favorite reality show. And the craziest part? People are convinced the juiciest chapter hasn't even dropped yet, because when it comes to celebrity scandals, there's always another twist waiting to explode. The wildest part of this saga? Fans are convinced Angela Simmons hasn't even started spilling her side yet, and if she ever decides to, Yo Gotti's whole image could crumble overnight. Insiders are whispering that Angela's been sitting on details that would make the internet explode. We're talking about late-night calls, questionable DMs, and receipts that allegedly prove Gotti wasn't as loyal as he wanted everyone to believe. One source even claimed Angela kept screenshots just in case she ever needed them, which has fans buzzing that she could flip the entire narrative at any moment. So far, Angela's played it classy. No dragging, no messy posts, no sit-down interviews with explosive reveals. But her silence is making the speculation even louder. Fans are connecting dots, saying the reason she's been so calm is because she knows the truth is on her side.
I think there's a certain level of like what I can share and would share publicly, you know what I mean? And I can publicly say that I'm not with him anymore. But as far as like details, I would just never.
It's not your style.
Nah, like I'm just not that girl. Like I'm just not that girl ever to share that much more. Like other than like, yeah, we're not together.
Yeah, and he's not really that type either. So
yeah, that's my vibe though. Like I said, like I could have probably been in and out of like 4 or 5 other relationships people would have never known and got my feelings hurt or not or whatever. And I just wouldn't speak on it because some stuff is just better left unsaid, I feel like. So I just leave things alone.
It's just that it was so public.
I know.
That's the hard part. Do you regret that in a way or no?
No.
Because you know, now there's curiosity.
I know.
Now people want to know what happened.
I know.
But I understand that.
I just, again, like much love and respect to him and just like, I he's doing his thing. I'm happy for him.
Ran its course. Well, that season is past.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there heartbreak involved?
You know, my feelings were involved.
Your feelings, yeah.
Yeah. It is hard. I feel like for me with relationships, because I get really invested and I'm like in. When I'm in love, I'm in love. Like, which means like I'm staying with you. But yeah, my feelings, it didn't feel good.
She doesn't have to say a word, one fan commented. The receipts are probably sitting in her camera roll. And let's be real, if Angela ever decided to go public with them, Gotti wouldn't just be trending, he'd be finished. Meanwhile, the internet is already running wild with theories. Some think Angela's holding back because she doesn't want to look bitter, while others believe she's waiting for the perfect moment, maybe a big interview or a reality TV moment, to finally let it all out. Either way, the tension has fans refreshing her socials daily, waiting for even the slightest hint that she's ready to spill. And here's the kicker, Angela doesn't even need to drag Gotti. Her brand, her reputation, and her image all hold more weight than his right now. If she did open up, people would instantly believe her over him, and that's exactly why fans think Gotti looks so nervous every time her name pops up in the conversation. So picture this, Angela drops one bombshell, just one, about Gotti's alleged side moves or shady behavior, and suddenly every rumor about him and GloRilla becomes 10 times more believable. That's the kind of damage control you can't buy your way out of. Not with Maybachs, not with Birkins, not with diamonds. Right now, Yo Gotti is trying to keep the lid on the pot, but the steam is already spilling out, and if Angela ever decides to twist that knob and let it all boil over, it's game over for his relationship history, his boss image, and maybe even his fan respect. The internet is waiting, and they're hungry for the tea. That soft launch GloRilla did with her new boo? Whew, it was cold, almost brutal. Fans immediately started connecting the dots, saying it was her way of putting distance between herself and Gotti once and for all. And honestly, what better way to shut a man down than popping out with somebody new? Gotti's looking real bad in this, and while Angela might be too classy to throw shade, people swear she's enjoying every second of his public humiliation. Online, the comments are ruthless. Some folks say Angela's out here clowning without even lifting a finger, making it crystal clear she's moved on while Gotti's desperate little comeback attempts aren't fooling anybody. Others are split, some siding with him, some cheering on Angela, and plenty just soaking in the mess like it's their favorite soap opera. But one thing is undeniable, Gotti went from looking like the man in charge to somebody trapped in drama he just can't escape. Think about it. This is the same man who once had the full package. Angela Simmons by his side, GloRilla in the mix, living what looked like a dream scenario. He spent years chasing Angela, writing songs, showering her with gifts, doing everything in his power to finally bag her. And now? He's sitting back watching Glo flex with her new man like a mic drop moment straight in his face. Angela doesn't even have to say a word, she's just letting Gotti crash and burn in public while the whole world eats it up. The real lesson here? Timing is everything, and the internet never forgets. All the empire flexing, luxury gifts, and grand public gestures couldn't save him from ending up looking desperate. Now fans are dissecting every move, every Maybach, every Audemars, every Instagram like, and turning it into comedy at his expense. And here's the kicker, this saga isn't finished. People are convinced there's still more tea to spill, more receipts to drop, and more messy moments where Gotti's going to get clowned even harder. What started out as a love story has turned into a full-blown public drama, and Gotti's stuck right in the middle trying to hold on to what's already gone, while the internet refuses to look away.